I'm from Jordan, Jordanian University, and my colleague, Professor Rejan, we're gonna introduce to you a new method in teaching typography in Jordan. First of all, our graphic design in Jordan is a newly specialty in, it started only in this millennium, the beginning of this millennium. So usually we have like 12 universities were teaching typography at the graphic design specialty in their courses. And it's 4 out of them are public university and 9 out of them are private university. We only introduce students to 2 types of courses in typography. One is Arabic typography and the other is Latin typography. The process of teaching is contains multi-teaching process like projects and project critique, while we join the project with the structured lectures and group discussion. I'm not going to go through the structure of our syllabus in Latin typography, but I will go briefly that typography in Latin, it consists of 2 levels, microvision and macrovision of typography. We combine those with uses and meaning and connotations plus classifications of both at both levels. While in Arabic typography, we focus on Arabic after the historical background of Arabic research, on Arabic microvision and bilinguality of Arabic and Latin, because usually in Jordan we use both languages. And here it comes the method of teaching, like designing the typeface that we needed for the both typography courses. The typography, it's different. We differ always between the typeface and the font in Jordan. So according to Felicity, typeface is alphabet with a certain design, while the font is the description of typeface in computer code. So this is mainly a design method for a typeface, not for a font. We don't go usually further after designing the typeface. Stages of this method should be sequential followed, but the full awareness of the importance and the cyclic nature of design process, which is analysis, analyze, synthesize, evaluate. The first step of our method is to identify the topic, which means they have to use like a specific topic, like we can give them the specific topic, or they can use their own topic, one of their own chosen topics. For examples, the abstract, the social place-related, personal or commercial brand concepts are some of our topics. The second step is defining the topic, which means they have to define the topic by using multi-sources for description of that topic, like dictionary, encyclopedia, literature, or scientific research. Examples of that sources is like poems, stories, social studies, and scientific reports. The third step is to compiling a list of characteristics, which means the characteristics that they should extract from the main topic. They have to verbally describe the the set of characteristics that presents the main topic. Then they have to collect visuals for each characteristics using internet images, whatever they want to use to describe their verbal characteristics and to transfer it into images. Then they have to come up or to design a grid based on that characteristics that they have to extract from the visual lines or the main lines from the visuals that they extract. They have to develop a kind of a grid that they can base their characters on that grid, using that grid either to use that grid for designing the letter itself or to design the strokes of any letters. Like in Arabic or in Latin typography, we have like many strokes that combine together to develop one letter or one character. The final stage of this method is to design the letters according to that grid. After designing the letters, they have to evaluate and redesign, reformulating the rules of that characters together. Like they have to develop rules that they need to be guided by those rules to formulate the final letter set. So every step of our steps in that method, it has tools, but it has at the same time the outputs. Like the first step, it has the output, the topic of the work, the topic proper definition, then the list of characteristics, visual presentation of that characteristics, descriptions and sketches for visual aspects, organizing lines, grid strokes. Even on the grid system, they have to design the organizing line where the ascender lines, where the descender lines, where the base lines is. Visually compatible typeface representing the original topic. Those are examples of some of our students' work. This example is done by one of our students in Arabic typography course, and it was about humble, and she started like with identification the topic as a humble font, and she put her visual characteristics based on the golden section, golden ratio, and then she used multiple golden ratio grids together to combine their final letters. Another example is around one of Arabic typography also. It's a commercial concept based on a brand called Cocoon. It's a place where a women's spa, and she did her corporate identity, the corporate identity for that place, using her own font. Another kind of examples is one of our final projects for the Arabic typography course is localization, a brand. We choose one of the international brand, and we make like localization for that brand. And she chose, one of our students chose the Michael Kors brand, and she localized Michael Kors brand to Arabic language using her own font. And finally, the example of one of our students in Latin typography, she chose one of the eras in art movements, and she chose modernism, and she developed her grid to design the letter set of that era. We discovered that the new typeface design method oriented for the Jordanian students, and it's workable for all, and it is very useful tool to teach a graphic design process in general, basically because the students of first grade or first year students in German Jordanian University, they usually take the first course in typography at the second semester of their first year, and they take the Arabic font or Arabic typography on their third semester. So it becomes like a method to develop their own criteria for designing any design problem. And it helps students in their educational year to approach non-visual concept in visual manner, help in building the student's capability towards breaking down any design problem into smaller elements, directed students toward being able to establish a starting point for their work. Thank you very much.